All right, good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Disrespectfully Respected. Today I have joining me Jay Bethel, better known as Chef Jay. Jay is the co-owner, executive chef of Heaven's Kitchen Catering Company in Atlanta, Georgia. Chef Jay has been providing quality catering service for over 12 years, retooling classic foods like lobster bisque, Asian style short ribs, or shrimp with grits. He is the creator behind the art and passion of this gourmet contemporary Southern cuisine, Heaven's Kitchen. Chef Jay's catering experience in the culinary art is extensive. He auditioned for Top Chef and Food Network's Star Contender in 2007. He catered for Bold American Catering and Dennis Dean Catering. His tenure with Barton G. Inc. in Miami provided catering experiences in serving over 1,000 partygoers during the South Beach Food and Wine Festival. I wish I could have been that one. Chef Jay also catered along the side of executive chef Ted Mendez for the Food Network show filming of Behind the Bash. His sous chef experience with Chef Adriana at Adriana's Italian restaurant in Miami 2007 prepared him for cooking for varied cultures. He currently resides as the production supervisor with Bold American Catering, a premier caterer in the Southeast. Chef Jay oversees the daily operations of Heaven's Kitchen Catering Company, where he provides gourmet meals at reasonable prices for local church fellowships, weddings, retirement functions, graduations, business lunches, or jumpstart brunch.
That's good. That's good.
He is an active member of the World Association of Cook Society, International Association of Culinary Professionals (IACP), and actively mentors up and coming chefs. Chef Jay graduated with honors from the prestigious Le Cordon Bleu Culinary Arts School in Miramar in 2006. Welcome, Chef Jay.
Hey, that was me.
I see you cooking for us today. What we cooking?
Oh, yeah. So I'm just getting dinner ready for tonight. Doing a little Parmesan chicken this evening and some grilled veggies.
Okay.
How are you today? Shay, what's up, baby?
What's up, boo? I'm fine.
It's been a minute.
I know. I hate you moved back.
I know it. We gotta do what we gotta do.
You supposed to be at work tonight.
Hey, they need me everywhere.
All right. So what you cooking?
I'm doing Parmesan chicken and some grilled veggies. I think I'm gonna make them Moroccan flavor on the vegetables. Mm-hmm. A little couscous and veggies as our other side. Right now, I'm just cooking for the family. Yeah.
Because you're the slave, right?
They got me enslaved, of course. You know, I got nothing but women in the house. What you expect?
Wait a minute.
I cut the grass during the day. I cook the meal at night. You know, I have to do what I have to do when I have to do it.
Don't do that. Don't say because it's women in the house. Don't do that.
Nothing but women in the house.
What that's supposed to mean?
That means I'm going to be working extra hard.
Well, when you was down here, you was painting and cleaning the pool. So you just...
And that was for that other woman that I had in my life as well.
Are you talking about your sister, sir? She was not having it.
I'm just saying.
I see you got your lemonade. I'm sorry I couldn't get your dressing room.
Yeah.
That was a requirement. That was a requirement. I was told you needed a dressing room.
Yeah, well, I figured it out. Last minute, I figured it out. I'm good. Yes, okay. I am having some of Heaven's finest lemonade. We get a quick flash of that. Boom, boom, boom.
You're gonna have to send me some.
My own mix, Caribbean blend.
Okay.
I have this. Well, before the pandemic, I had it in the markets I got a contract with Walmart, was doing Walmart and farmers markets. And we were doing some festivals and stuff like that with it. It's all natural, nutritionally based, comes in. And okay, now there's only a couple really good powdered lemonades. I've been in the business for a while, and I've been doing lemonade for a very long time. And my lemonade has 7 ingredients in it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It comes in powder form. Just add water. Just add water. If you look at the back of the ingredients on Country Time, they got like 27 ingredients on there, right? 27. Okay.
And Country Time, my favorite. So I need you to send me I need you to send some of that.
It was my favorite too until I made my own.
All right now, Chef.
Yeah, so that's what we're having, a little bit of Heaven's Finest today. And
where can people buy it?
Like I said before, right now we're not really doing too much with it, but I have a website, Heaven's Kitchen Catering .site. It's through Facebook, so you can find Heaven's Kitchen on Facebook.
Okay, and all of those, all of your websites and everything, I'll link that in the description so people can just click on it and go to it.
Sounds great. Sounds great. So what you want to know, Shay? This is I like this program you got going on. I'm glad you invited me.
I am too. Okay, so I'm looking at your resume, and it's very impressive, might I add. Can you tell me a little more about your background?
Well, let's see. It really started when I was a kid. My mom, my dad traveled a lot. He worked for the state, so he had to travel a lot. And so he was gone mostly during the week. Mom took care of the meals throughout the week and everything. And occasionally she would let me do some cooking on the weekend. Okay. Well, my favorite dish at the time, around 10 years old, was hamburgers. And I made some of the best gourmet hamburgers you can believe, boy. I had my palate, this very distinctive palate, and I could really taste the flavors of foods and spices and stuff. So it gave me great pleasure to make really good food, even at that age, and have my mom say, "Oh, that's the best, hamburger, blah blah blah, that she's ever had," right? Okay. So I went on from there. Found that cooking was a way to make friends, to get praise where praise wasn't being given in other places. Okay. I enjoyed it. In high school, we towards my senior year, we started giving parties, basement parties back in the day, Hey,
blue lights in the basement party. Yeah, red light. That's like the party we went to, Jay. Yeah. They're dancing it up. Hey.
So we threw parties. I had a crew. We had a crew. It's called Set Dog Crew. Okay. So we do parties. Yeah, we do parties after the football games and stuff. But my God. In charge of food. I was in charge of the food. And so in my hometown, we have a sandwich. It's an Italian sausage sandwich. I come from an Italian community.
And what hometown is that again?
That would be Des Moines, Iowa. I'm from the Midwest,
Hey, now you're on the south side.
Yeah, best meat. So, we had some good beef and pork and stuff. And we make really good Italian sausage, okay? Best I've ever tasted in the world, basically, really. Okay. And so I made my little mix and everything, and that's what we sold at the end of the night with some, greens or mac and cheese or whatever, and we did really well.
Okay.
So everybody liked my food. Get out of high school, and my buddies, they're coming over to my apartment and stuff, and they're wanting, hey, what you cooking, and so I'm steadily cooking, and I go on. Now I don't follow food in the beginning of my careers. I get into it. I get into catering through a friend whose friend needed some help for an event.
Okay.
So I went on to help them with their event and did a couple more with him. And finally, I was like, oh, wow, I really like this, gives me an opportunity to be creative, So I said, okay, I can maybe do this. So I started working with him. In the meantime, I'm working at a bank and I'm in the mailroom. I'm also going to school. I'm also in the military. I'm doing, at the time, I'm in the National Guard.
Okay.
And I'm doing that as well. So I'm getting my hands in a little bit of everything. Well, I get an opportunity at my job to become a computer programmer. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, they decided to have it. They're going to do an in-house program, and they chose me to be the first one. And so went through the program, became a computer programmer, and for the next 17 years, I did computer programming with catering on the side, and that's kind of what we did.
And were you still in the military at this time?
I got out in 91 or 90, and I think I was 20. I was 25, I think, something around there.
Okay. Did you?
And I did 9 years. I did 9 years. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I
did
was.
You cook while you was in the military?
No. I gave that up. Once I gave it up, I gave it up.
Okay.
I do everything. Once I give it up, I give it up.
We're not gonna go there. We done had those conversations. We're not going there, Chef.
So, but yeah, I finished up with the military, and then basically went on with my career in computers. Ended up being a senior project manager, and did a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And during that period, also was an entrepreneur. Had 2 daycare centers. Had a daycare management service, had a daycare and business cleaning service, and I did catering also on the side. Well, I did a full-time job.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get away from catering a little bit. You did a lot of film. Because you're around the way type of man. So you did a lot of film.
Yes, I've done some films.
Can you talk about that for a minute?
Well, I should have pulled up my resume because it's starting to get kind of long.
I have it. Right
oh, you do? Oh, good. Oh, good.
So, this
okay, so I started out in film kind of simply. Got a phone call. Someone needed a caterer to be in a new series, I think like 2 or 3, 4 episodes. And there was a competition. Well, I was real busy at the time, so I said, nah, I can't do it, can't commit to it fully. So instead, I committed to being on the show. And I was on the show and kind of got the bug. And after that, I said, oh, let me do something else. And so I started looking. And here in Atlanta, they were just starting to get busy with doing film and stuff. So I got on some quick stuff and some good stuff. I was Godzilla. It started out in Godzilla. Quantico, the TV show Quantico.
All Eyes on Me.
All Eyes on Me. Yeah, I was a bouncer for Suge Knight crew at a concert. Yeah, there was some drama behind the scenes in that one.
Okay. Oh wow.
Oh yeah. Stuff that people just don't know unless you're there. Okay, unless you're there. Okay. This is first time out. Okay, on your show, just so you know, on your show.
Oh my God, on my show. This is exclusive. Okay, I'm just gonna name a few.
Yeah, right.
We did Betsy Ride Along 2, Drumline 2, House Party, Wedding Guest, Bodyguard, television show Miss Pat Show, which is my favorite. The Walking Dead, P-Valley, Survivor Remorse, Catering Wars, CSI Agent, Fire Chief Waiter. So you did a
lot. Yeah. My last big show was the Staircase, and I had a feature in that one.
Okay.
That was an HBO Max. Well, originally it was on Netflix as a documentary of a man who killed his wife, or I should say allegedly killed his wife, sorry. And I played a juror for the trial. And it took us 4 weeks to shoot. We went through COVID. We had to get quarantined in a hotel for 2-week periods at a time. Okay. So yeah, I mean, we couldn't. They had guards that sat outside our hotel in the hallways.
So you couldn't leave.
So we couldn't leave. If you needed something, they'd send it up. Type stuff. Yeah, it was pretty strict. Because we did have at one point one of the main actors got COVID, so we had to stop shooting. We had to wait 2 weeks. So yeah, so they were serious. Okay. Yeah, but that was the biggest show I've done. And I did. Why did I say that was the biggest show? Okay, the biggest show I've done is The Walking Dead. Okay.
Oh yeah. I see it on here.
Oh
so you
man,
like that one, huh?
It took me 6 years to get a chance to get on The Walking Dead. Okay, 6 years, and I get on the final episodes of The Walking Dead, and but I play a lawyer. Okay. Oh yeah, I play a lawyer. So you watch The Walking Dead. I think it was episode 4 or something like that. You'll see me. The crowd is going crazy in the background. And I turn around and look at the crowd. And the camera's scanning me right there. Right there.
Look, I gotta watch it just to see that.
Right there.
Just to see that. Yeah. Out of all the film and television shows you've done, what is your absolute favorite?
My absolute favorite of all the shows, television. The funnest that I think I've had, would have been really The Staircase, because we spent so much time, the actors, the extras, we all spent so much time together that we kind of became a family. Okay. So the crew, the staff, everybody. So each time that now we go around to different films and we'll see each other, and it's like, hey, love, from that, So I think The Staircase would be definitely the best one. Made the most friends out of that one.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to, what was it? All Eyes on Me for a minute. Even with the drama, did you enjoy filming that one?
That was a long one. I know we started pretty early in the afternoon and didn't finish up till late in the morning. But it was cool to see the look-alike for Tupac.
Right. You look just like him.
He looked just like him. I forgot the young man's name, but he looked just like him. And then actually pretty much everybody did. You know, Suge Knight's person looked like Suge Knight, and Biggie had a person there that looked like Biggie. So they did real well with that. And it was cool. That was my first, what's the walk, when they do the premiere walk. We went to the premiere. I went to the premiere and got on the red carpet, you know, walked the red carpet.
Okay. I found his name. His name is Demetrius Shipp.
Demetrius, okay.
Yeah, Demetrius Shipp Jr.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that was a cool event. That was a cool event too.
Oh, okay. So going back to the catering, what is your proudest moment as a chef?
Oh, let's see. Proudest moment. Well, I'm gonna have to say the proudest moment would be well, how about we talk about the most challenging?
Okay, most challenging.
Yeah, let's talk about the most challenging, because the proudest, I've done so much different stuff that you know, I guess when I worked with presidential chef John Mueller, when he comes to Atlanta, needs help with events and stuff that he does, fundraisers, he gives me a call, another buddy of mine. So we help him. That's pretty honorable, you know. But the most challenging came when I went to Afghanistan.
Okay, we talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, I went to help my mentor open up a bunch of dining facilities over there, on military facilities, private security bases, and you know, I thought it was a great opportunity, great money, of course. You know, I just had a new baby. Whitney was only like maybe 2 months, 3 months.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought she was a little older than that, but she was only 2 months.
Daddy took a risk. Daddy took a risk. Daddy said, "Oh, that baby gonna cost me a whole lot of money. I'm gonna have to take a risk. I'm gonna have to take a risk on this one." Yeah. So I went to Afghanistan to help my buddy out.
How long were you there?
I was there about 2.5 months, actually.
Okay.
But that was more than 2.5 months long. It started out with me heading over, and unbeknownst to me, there were steps that were supposed to be taken before I even left the country. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Company was in a big hurry to get me over there. Okay. So so they bypassed some steps. Okay. You know. So I'm heading over there, 15-hour flight. I get to Kuwait City. I pull up in the Kuwait City. I have a transfer, and I get into the airport, and I'm looking around. You know, everybody's Arab. Everybody's in there, you know, cheeky and thingy, all that stuff, you know, looking fine too. I was like, oh, I gotta get one of them. We gotta get one of them.
Oh, look at you after just having a baby.
No, but I'm talking about, actually, I was talking about the women. I was talking about the dress, the outfits that the men wear. Okay, the men wear. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm standing up there looking at the planes, looking where my connection is supposed to be. Looking at my ticket. I'm looking at the symbols because I can't read Arabic. Okay. So I'm looking at symbols. None of the symbols on the board look like the symbol on my ticket. Okay. Okay. Now we got a problem. We had already got a problem. This is our first stop. We already got a problem. Well, behind me comes this man, and he says in English, "Are you going to Kabul?" And I turned around and looked, and I said, yes, I'm going to Kabul. And he happened to be a translator from St. Louis. He was Afghani, and he was on his way to Kabul. I stuck with that man like white on rice. Yeah, he was my savior. God sent me my blessing. Okay. Yeah, he sent me my blessing.
That's good.
All right, so
we didn't know what the hell was going on over there.
Oh, didn't know what was going on. we head on to our next stop, and I'm sitting there, I'm following him, you know, we get something to eat, and we're sitting there waiting for the next flight, and this young man comes through speaking, I don't know, Kakistan, I don't know what it was, but I didn't understand, so I didn't pay no attention. Oh boy, he knew what was being said. So he said, come on, let's go. We got to go catch our next flight. And I was like, oh my gosh, if that would have been me by myself, we'd still been sitting there in that whatever little town we was in. Okay.
You didn't know nothing. Nothing.
Oh my gosh. God is good. God is good. Yes. So we continue on. We get to Kabul, and in Kabul, you have to go through security, and just like we do when you come into the States, you know, go to TSA or whatever. And so he's looking at my passport. Looked at my passport. He gets up out of this booth. He walks into this back room. Comes back about a minute later, and he gives me a piece of paper that is a copy of my passport. And I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Why did you just take my passport? I'm American. Is this what you do to Americans when they come to country? Hold up. Somebody didn't tell me something. Okay? Somebody didn't tell me something.
They trying to set you up.
Oh. So luckily I see my buddy. I could wave him over. He comes on over, and I haven't explained what's going on. And they tell me that I don't have a work visa to come in the country. Okay.
Oh, wow.
These are some of the steps that the company didn't take care of before I got there.
Because they were trying to rush you over there.
Because they were rushing, yeah. I don't know if I'm sure they didn't know that I would get held up at the airport coming in. So anyway, so they give me this piece of paper, and they send me on my way. And okay, I'm like, okay, this is the time. You can turn around now, or you can go forward. What's it gonna be? So I got my bags and stuff, and I headed on out towards the little lobby area. And I got on the phone. My phone didn't work. Okay, I'm in another country, 17 hours away in the middle of nowhere. And so my phone doesn't work. So now I'm thinking, okay, how am I going to get hold of people that I'm supposed to get hold of? I done lost my friend now. My friend done gone off. He done gone his way now.
He done left you.
He got me here. I can't say no more. Can't say no more.
Damn.
And it probably was dangerous for him to be seen with me anyway.
He was not getting ready to be caught up in your shenanigans.
Yeah, right. So I go on out the door. I'm out in the middle of the road in the Kabul, traffic going everywhere, and I'm saying, okay, I see a booth with some police officers or security people. And I go over, a guy's on his phone. So I asked the guy, I said, hey, here, can you dial this number for me? So he does, takes care of that. I get hold of my buddy. They pick me up, and off we go. Spend the next 2 months putting together a dining facility on a security base. I think there was like 10 chefs. I was in charge of all of them, and about 6 or 7 Afghani employees that we had that I trained how to cook American food and speak some English because they didn't speak English. So But we got through that. Experienced 2 suicide bombings while I was there.
Wow, how was that?
The first one, I was laying in bed, hadn't been to sleep. I work nights, so when everybody else is getting up, I'm going to bed. Okay. I'm laying there, and all of a sudden, boom! The broom shakes, the bed shakes, and everything. I'm in a house. I'm in a house across from the compound, from the facility. And so I said, okay, quick thinking. I said, if it goes off again, I'm running down to the basement. Okay. Well, it didn't go off again, so I just laid there and went back to sleep. Okay. Yeah. And the second time, in that time, it was a young boy who blew himself up in front of the military facility. If you watch a documentary that just came on CNN or Netflix, I can't remember now, but it was about Afghanistan. Oh, it was on CNN. It was about Afghanistan and the leaving when they left Afghanistan. They were climbing over this big, tall wall, and that was the military base, U.S. military base. And someone blew themselves up in front of the military place. They didn't kill nobody, but locals, you know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but that's the stuff that happened. And then there was another time when a woman driving a van, she blew herself up in the middle of a square, you know. But it was a scary experience, very scary. I had to go into town one day to get some shots that they didn't give me before I left the country. Okay. Yeah.
You're so now, just all over there, all fucked up.
Oh. Oh. Now I'm going into a facility in Afghanistan to get some medical work done. God is good. God is good. Can I tell you one more time?
He is good.
Oh, yes. Lord help me. But I did get through that. But it was harrowing as well. But I did get through that. And the experience was one I will never do again.
Oh, wow. Never do again. Yes, well, you made it back alive.
I made it back alive, you know. I had some health issues afterwards. I don't know if they were at fault or if it was just my stress on my life. Yeah.
Oh my God. What is your favorite dish to prepare?
Oh, favorite dish would be my chili. I have an award-winning chili.
Okay.
Yes, it's one. I've won awards from Indiana to Dallas to Atlanta. Okay.
All right now.
With this chili, girl, let me tell you.
All right now.
Woo! Let me tell you. I will tell you the secret is a Midwest secret. It's the Italian sausage. I come from an Italian community up in Iowa. And it's the Italian sausage, best Italian sausage you ever had. I know I've been around the world, and I'm gonna tell you, it's the best Italian sausage I've ever had. Okay, but I use that.
Get the sausage often?
I go home and I buy 30 pounds of the seasoning. Okay, that's how dedicated I am. Okay, it's for real. Now. It's for real, girl. So I make my own Italian sausage.
Okay.
Using this seasoning, and I win hands down.
Oh, and nice.
Yeah, I win hands down. But yeah, chili, coming from the Midwest, you know, cold nights, you know, nothing like a good bowl of chili with cheese and onions and crackers.
Yes, some saltines. Oh,
absolutely saltines.
Oh yeah. That is the best.
Yep. What else you got for me?
In the past, being a chef was a male-dominated field, and today there are more and more women becoming executive chefs in major kitchens. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I will say it is a blessing to have a change. It's not as prominent as you would think. Really, women only make up about 9% of the executive chefs in the kitchens out of the 137,000 that are out there.
Right.
But Black chefs are much further above that. We're only at 10%. Okay. Mm-hmm. Latinos get more action than we do. They're like at 17%.
Oh wow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But you know who, of course, who runs everything, they're like at 55%. Mm-hmm. So that's what's happening there. And as far as women in corporate, it's pretty much even worse. Out of the 33,000 corporate executive chefs, you probably have less than 9% that are women.
Wow.
Yeah. But, and the funny thing is, and of course, usual, as is the case, when they were designing all this, the only people that got to get professionally trained were men. Okay. And yeah, so women were more the grandma type cooks, the home cooks type, but there were a few women and some prestigious women who are considered the beginning creators of modern French cooking were women. Okay. That taught the men. Nothing new. Mom taught me.
Right.
So yeah, but one of the young ladies that was they called the what they call it, the mother of modern food, and her name was Eugene Brazier, and she was around in the 1920s, and she was the only woman at the time, really, actually the only one of two women who held 6 Michelin stars awards currently. Okay. Yeah, she brought the flavor of French cuisine to the rest of the world, and trained many of the really good chefs that are out there now, French chefs. Mm-hmm. And before her, and in the 16th century was a young lady named Catherine de Medici. She was also French. She was kind of the one who brought the change in French cuisine from being an acidic, mainly tomatoes, and to a more sweeter, lighter, less acidic flavor when sugar became prominent in Italy. And that was back in the 1600s.
Okay.
Yeah. So there were some women, who taught and who gave men the opportunity to be top chefs,
I mean, because we teach y'all a lot. We are the best. Yeah. We just don't get credit for it.
But just so you know, that women do get hired more often than men, believe it or not, in jobs that may not qualify for.
We're the best.
I got 3 sisters, mamas, and nothing but cousins.
Because we make it happen. We're gonna get it done.
Whatever.
Don't do that.
All right. Speaking of making it get done, I gotta wrap it up. Gotta go pick up my daughter. It's that time. We're getting close. So
one more thing. Are you gonna teach Whitney to cook, or is she already cooking?
Started a long time ago, about 3 years old, when she started making breakfast and Christmas breakfasts with different little pastry items and things. Yeah, absolutely. She does her own stuff now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now you got to take her to get her nails done.
Oh, I don't worry about that. Let mama handle that, okay? Now I will sit for that 5 hours and get the hair done now, okay?
You have. You have.
Yeah.
You did that down here. How long was it when y'all was down here?
About that 5, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. All right, Jay. Thank you for joining
Jay, thank you for having me on today.
I will have you on again next time. I want you to just cook and just walk me through everything you're cooking to be like a cooking show. That would be fun.
We'll do a show.
I need that lemonade. Okay? Because you see, I'm drinking my lemonade. Like, it's better than the one that I made for us.
Hey, you know me, Shay. If I'm going to talk about it, I can do it.
Then it's good. I already know it's good. Send me the lemonade.
Thank you, Ken. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I'll see you when you come back.
Absolutely.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.